Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Retro Rogue. Yes, we are checking out Endor Awakens. This will be part two. If you want to hear what I said about the game and some of my early reviews of it, you can check out part one. This will be part two on my cozy pre-summer gaming playlist. So I've had some very positive things to say about Endor Awakens. I just want to say I am really starting to dig this game. I'm really starting to get into it. I'm really starting to love the balance and the different options, the creativity. There's a lot of things I do know that could use some improvement, so I will gently mention those things. But I don't want that to be the overall focus of this series. I want you all to be able to sit back, relax, and enjoy my playthrough along with the one you are doing right now at this very moment. That's really important to me for you to enjoy what I do here on the channel. So for about the next 45 to 50 minutes, we're going to be playing Endor Awakens, and we're going to have some fun. Also, if you are looking to support the development of Endor Awakens, you can swing by my description and find a link to the game in iOS. That's the only place I'm playing the game on, is iOS. And also you can rate the game and offer your own valuable feedback. That's always very awesome. And of course, if you would like more of this kind of content, you can subscribe and double tap that all, or ring the bell if you're so visually have the proclivity to do so. And of course, blow up the comments if you have tips and hints. And one of the things I suggest to folks, usually people would like to directly control what I do, but actually the most efficient way to help people learn how to play the game is to offer your own little quick tutorials, or what I call pro tips. So if you have a really good way to play the game or a really professional tip to offer, go ahead and put it in the comments. And if it doesn't fit in one comment, you can make several comments. I will never punish you or restrict you from making comments. I love comments. So don't forget to drop a comment if you have some very valuable feedback or input or pro tip for the game. Big shout out to MyNoise. I took a combination of a recent upload. You know, I love MyNoise. They are my partner here in 2025, helping me create the soundscape of my dreams. Also, I want to thank the developer for really listening to the audience, really listening to all of us, making changes, improving accessibility, making this game really fun. It's really, really great. Big shout out to Queen Angel. I know she is working so hard. It's rough being out there in the jungle. You hang in there, Queen Angel. You are the very best. You are the very best. My little heart bunny. All right. So, as I drink my coffee, let's get started. We are back in the city. I had a little trouble in the dungeon. I'm going to talk a little bit about how the direction pad can be improved, but I'm also going to talk about how the game has really done a ton of good work with controlling your party. I've actually gotten pretty good at operating in the dungeon. I have a long way to go to understand it fully, and I think there could be some streamlining and a little bit of jank removal that is kind of in the dungeon. All right, but first of all, since we have a little bit of money, the first thing I want to do is I want to open my daily chest, which is obviously cha-ching. Yeah, and you know, Luther loves looking at the daily chest, right, Luther? We're going to be able to see if there's anything valuable in there. Excuse me. So we're going to open up the daily chest. There's some really nice buffs in there, and I'm going to show you how those are a really good way to start your playthrough. And then after we buy some more gear for our characters, we're going to go ahead and go back to the dungeon and see if we can get some more loot. I really wish there was more loot that I gained I'm noticing the first dungeons don't offer a lot, but maybe we'll get lucky this time. All right, first of all, let's go ahead and swipe to city, and we'll double tap on city.
Create button. Settings button. Button. Settings. Create city button.
Okay, now that I'm on city, I'm going to double tap.
Extra reward. Do you want 500 gold for watching a short promotional ad?
Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Okay, so. Okay, so after you watch the commercial, you usually get some rewards. Again, what I will try to do is watch all my commercials before I start play. I'm still new to it, so sorry about that.
Age of Origins 4.1 链接 Outlook 链接 Get 链接 Get Outlook 链接 Age of Origins Get 链接
Reward granted.
Alright, so to get by the foreign language advertisement, I really like to say to the developer, it's really difficult when the advertisements are not in English. That becomes a bit annoying. It's not impossible, but the swipes work just fine. So just swipe to your right, you'll get through it. And then what you do is you're going to want to close it after you make sure it says you have received your reward. And let's see if I have the process correct.
Button. Close.
And there you hear that close button. Once you hit that, once you hear close, go ahead and double tap.
Rewarded.
All right, and once you hear rewarded, that's pretty much you've got a reward. Now, I don't know what all the rewards are. I have a lot of things to learn about this game, but let's see what we got this time.
You have been rewarded with 500 gold.
Oh, cool, we got 500 gold. Yeah, baby goat loves. Where's baby goat? Baby goat? Baby goat loves money.
Close button.
And then we'll close that again.
Close button. 2,655 gold. Image 2,655.
Okay, I really like that the developer put the gold at the top. I really like when the gold that I have for these kind of RPG / adventure builders kind of thing. It's almost like a builder because you have that layout like Cannibal Planet that kind of feels like a builder. But this is not actually an idle like Cannibal Planet. This is an actual. I mean, I like idols, but I like games like this that I am more actively involved in the everyday running of my adventure routine. All right, let's see what else we can get into.
180 gems. Image 180.
All right, gems are another thing that you receive. That is the main currency. Right now, I don't know if there's any other currencies. By the way, if you watch the advertisements, you can get tons of gems. Also, you can purchase gems, which I have no objection to. A lot of people have a big issue with microtransactions. I do not. But if you do have a problem with those, or if you are triggered by those, or if you have a bit of an issue with avoiding them, then that might be something to consider. But again, if it helps the development, I'm very all for it. Developers need all the support they can get.
Buy premium. Gems and gold. Image.
You can buy premium here.
Dungeon. Image. Dungeon.
And you can go to the dungeon here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open up our rewards.
Store. Image. Store. In. Image. In. Guilds. Image. C/.
There's also
Guilds.
an in there. I think like the previous Endor, the first game, You can find adventurers to add to your party.
Bestiary. Image. Bestiary. Bang. Image. Bang.
There's also a bestiary there. We haven't looked through that.
Daily chest. Image. Daily bang. Image. Bang.
I don't even know what the bank does, but we will check that out.
Daily chest. Image. Morgue. Image. Morgue. Locked. Blacksmith. Morgue. Image.
I
Morgue.
think the morgue is going to be when your players die.
Locked. Blacksmith. Image. Blacksmith.
And then there'll be other buildings we can unlock. So it's kind of like you're running around a huge city.
Save and exit. Image. Add character. Button.
We can also add new characters. We have 3. Basically a warrior, a priestess, and a warlock. I'm good with what we have right now. What I'm going to go ahead and do is, first thing we're going to do is going to unlock our daily chest. Since we've already watched one gratuitous advertisement, let's probably get one more out of the way.
Save and exit. Locked. Blacks. Morgue. Image. Daily chest. Image.
Let's
Daily
open
chest.
up our daily chest.
Back. Button. Daily chest. Heading. Extra rewards. Heading. Plus 20% EXP and loot. Image. Plus 20% EXP and loot. Watch
This
out.
is really worth watching an ad for. Extra 20% loot and gold.
Extra rewards. Heading. Plus 20% EXP and loot. Image. Plus 20%
Oh.
EXP and loot. Watch out.
20% extra experience and loot. Let's watch the ad.
Watch ad. Button. Image. Plus 20% EX. Watch ad. Button.
Sorry, here we go again.
Close ad. Button.
I'll drink my coffee as we listen to this very animated. You know, I wish we could take all these really clever sounds and add them to games. I wish advertisement described what's going on. I have no idea what's going on right now, but it's obviously interesting advertising. So, yeah, it's almost over. A countdown would be really nice too. But it's almost over. Again, I would prefer if we were paying $10
Whiteout
to
Survival,
$15.
the most played winter game.
So if we could pay
Close
like
ad. Button.
$15 for the game, and then it would get rid of all the advertisement. And if we wanted to upgrade to premium, I'd like to see premium come down to about $5 or maybe $3 per month. I think $7 to $8 is a little high.
Add info. Button. Add choices. Whiteout survive. Eternal winter. Install now. Install now. Button. Eternal winter. Install now. Button. Install now. Button. Install now. Eternal winter. Whiteout survive. Add choices. Add info. But close ad. Button.
Let's go ahead and close.
Reward.
All right, we should get a reward.
Gaining plus 120% bonus experience and loot for 1 hour 0 minutes.
Wow, that's really nice. 120%? Wow.
Close. Button. Close.
All
Button.
right, cool. Okay.
59 meters 59s. Button.
All right, so we have 59 minutes, so that's going to tell you how long the buff is. And I would suggest playing for the length of the buff, just till you get that muscle memory on how to play.
Plus 60 gems. Image. Plus 60 gems.
Now, if
Watch
we
ad.
want this 60 gems, we're going to have to watch another advertisement.
Watch ad. Button. Daily rewards. Heading. Day 1 plus 10 gems. Image. Open. Button.
Now, I'm not going to watch that gem ad, but I will do it once I'm done recording. But first of all, let's go ahead and open some stuff.
Reward. Test contain 10 gems.
All right, and that's really cool that you get these rewards. And one of the developers, that's really nice of them to offer free gems.
Close. Button. Close.
Okay, we'll
Button.
collect that.
Back. Button. Daily chest. Heading. Extra rewards. Heading. Plus 20% EXP and loot. 59 meters 14s. Image. 59 meters 14. Plus 60 gems. Image. Watch ad. But daily rewards. Heading. Day 2 plus 15 gems. Image. Day 2 plus 15 gems. 22
now-
hours 59 minutes.
What's really cool is it counts the days, so you can play every day and get rewards.
22 hours 59 minutes. Day 3 plus 20 gems. Image. Locked. Dimmed. Button.
So when we get to day 3, we will unlock this and we'll get more gems. And of course, with gems, you can buy extra stuff. What? I don't know really yet. I've got to learn a lot of that stuff. All right, now we've got this done. Let's go ahead and...
Daily rewards. Heading. Extra rewards. Heading. Daily chest. Heading. Heading not found. Back. Button.
You can use headings, so I would suggest turn on your headings. It allows you to quickly move from the bottom of the screen to the top, and then there's a back button that's nice and crunchy, and you can double tap, and you'll be
Daily chest.
right
Image.
back
Daily
out
chest.
of that menu. The other good thing is that you can shut VoiceOver's voice off with this one with 2-finger touch the screen. So I really like games that allow me to continue to use my own VoiceOver. It just gives me a little bit more comfort and control.
Bang. Image.
All right.
Bang.
I've never been to the bank. Let's see what the bank is about.
Bestiary. Bang. Image. Bang.
What is this?
Character navigation. Game. Heading.
I've never done the bank.
Back. Button. Bang. Heading. Selected. Bang. Tab 1 of 2. Inventory. Tab 2 of 2. Empty bank slot.
So what do you do here?
Empty bank slot. Empty bank slot.
I guess we put items in here.
Empty bank slot. Empty bank slot. Empty
Okay,
bank
so
slot.
that's really cool. That is really MMO-ish. I love that.
Bang. Heading. Selected. Bang. Bang. Back. Button.
Okay, so we can put
Bang.
items in
Image.
the bank.
Bang.
I haven't gotten any items, but that is great. I really, really love that.
Daily chest. Image. Daily bang. Bestiary. Image. Bestiary.
Let's see what the bestiary does.
Back. Button.
We've run into a rat already.
Bestiary. Head. Filter by type.
Also, we can filter by type.
Go to enemy list. Button.
Go to the enemy list.
Selected. All. Button.
And we could just hear all.
Animal. Button. Humanoid. Button. Enemy list.
Oh, that's really cool.
Small rat.
Yeah, I've run into a lot of small rats, and I've pretty much figured out how to kill them.
Goblin. Dismiss.
Oh, wow, that's cool. I'm going to dismiss that. Okay,
Bestiary.
that's really
Image.
cool.
Bestiary.
The bestiary is extremely snappy. I do love that.
Bang. Image. Bang. Daily chest. Image. Daily bang. Bestiary. Guilds. Image. In. Image. In. Store. Image. Store.
Let's go to the inn.
In. Image.
See
In.
what's going on there.
Back. Button. In. Heading. People. Garrick's Donnabrew. Potion seller. Heading. Image. People. Garrick's
Whoa.
Donnabrew. Potion seller.
The potion sellers are in the inn. This is really cool.
Quests. Heading.
Oh, there's quests?
Main quest. Expanded. Shadows over the forgot. Main quest. Expanded. Double tap to collapse.
Oh, wow, that's really cool. Magic research, collapsibles.
Shadows over the Forgotten Ruins. A strange darkening has been detected in the Forgotten Ruins of Endor. Your mission is to explore the ruins and uncover what is happening. Dismiss. Dismiss.
Well, this is really cool. I really, really love it. The menu is, as I said before, very crispy.
Shadows over the Forgotten Ruins. Main quest. Quests. Heading. People. Garrick's Donnabrew. Potion seller. Heading. Image.
Let's go
People.
visit
Garrick's
Garrick.
Donnabrew.
Can we
Potion
afford
seller.
some of his potions?
Back. Button.
I would like to give my people some potions.
Innkeeper. Heading. Regular. Minor potion of life. 60 gold.
Oh, whoa. So the innkeeper is the potion person.
Regular. Times 2 minor potion of energy. 120 gold.
Okay.
Regular. Times 7 minor potion of life. 420 gold.
So you can buy a lot. Wow.
Regular. Times 8 minor potion of energy. 480 gold. Regular. Times 2 minor potion of energy. 120 gold.
And you can also get energy for your character. So I might just get myself a couple of items here.
Regular. Times 2 minor potion of life. 120 gold. Regular. Minor potion of energy. 60 gold. Regular. Times 2 potion of cleansing. 120 gold.
We're definitely going to need some of those when we deal with creatures of the undead or spiritual types.
Regular. Times 6 potion of cleansing. 360 gold. Character navigation. Game. Heading.
Okay. And then, of course, if you keep swiping down, it goes to your characters. Though I must say, I don't know if that's necessary. I really like when menus stay compartmentalized. It helps me to kind of stay in the mindset of where I am. And I really don't like if we pop out of that menu and we deal with our characters. I really like to deal with my characters separately. So I'm more of a compartmentalized RPG player. All right, so let's get a couple potions. Let's not overdo it.
Regular. 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 Times 2 innkeeper. Heading. Regular. Regular. Times 2 minor potion of energy. 100. Regular. Minor potion of life. 60 gold. Innkeeper. Heading. Regular. Minor potion of life. 60 gold.
I'm gonna get 3 potions.
Regular. Times 2 minor potion of energy. 100. Regular. Times 7 minor potion of life. 420 gold.
That's a little too much.
Regular. Times 2 minor potion of energy. 120 gold.
Let's get 2 potions.
Back. Button.
I also am learning how to purchase things.
Buy. 120 gold. Button.
Wow, it's really clean.
Regular. Times 2 minor potion. Buy. 120 gold. Button.
Let's buy it.
Confirm buy. Do you want to buy times 2 minor potion of energy?
I love that confirm. That's really, really good practice.
Cancel. Button. Buy. 120. Dismiss. Buy. 120. Regular. Times 7 minor potion of life. 420 gold.
Cool. That's really good. So we got 2 of those.
Regular. Times 8 minor potion of energy. 400. Regular. Times 2 minor potion of energy. 120 gold.
Let's get 2 energy potions. I want a
Back.
little
Button.
bit of everything.
120 gold. Regular. Times amount. 20%. Requirements. Head. Level 1.
Oh, no, that's really good. It tells you the requirement to use anything.
Warrior. Can use. Mage. Can use. Rogue. Can use. Ranger. Can use. Priest. Can use. Shaman. Can use. Paladin. Can use. Warlock. Can use.
Oh, good. It tells you all the classes. That's I wonder as they add more classes, will they always keep this system in place because it's a really good system. All right, so this means you can know exactly what you're buying will be. It just lets you know, basically, that what you buy will be usable and for whom.
Paladin, Shaman, Priest, Ranger, Rogue, can use, Mage, can use, Warrior, can, level, requirements, amount, 20%, regular, times 2, buy, 120 gold, button, regular, buy, 100, confirm buy. Do you want to buy, cancel, but buy, 120. Regular,
Okay.
times 2 minor potion of
I'm
life,
planning
120
on
gold.
spending about 400 or 500, and that's it. So I got energy, I got life. Let's see what else we can purchase. And then we're also going to swing by the store too.
Regular, minor potion of regular, times 2 potion of cleansing, regular, times 6, regular, times 2 potion of cleansing, 120
Let's
gold.
get at least some cleansing potions to be at the safe side.
Back, button,
We don't want to be caught off guard.
buy, 120 gold, button. Confirm buy. Do you want to buy, cancel, button, buy, 120.
Okay, we got like
Regular,
6
times 6 potion of cleansing,
potions.
3 character navigation, game, heading.
All right, so we got a little bit of everything.
Regular, regular, minor innkeeper, heading.
I'm going to go ahead and swipe up with heading activated on my rotor.
Regular, minor, regular, times, regular, innkeeper, head back, button.
And I'm going to go back.
People, Garrick's Donnabrew, potion seller,
All right,
heading,
this is
image,
really cool.
people,
So we
Garrick's
now know
Donnabrew,
where to
potion
buy
seller,
potions.
quests, heading,
We also know where to get quests from, which is really cool.
main quest. Expanded, double tap to collapse. Shadows over the Forgotten Ruins. A strange darkening has been detected in the
Do we
Forgotten
have
Ruins of Endor.
to-
Your mission is to explore the ruins and uncover what is happening.
Okay, when we complete quests, do we just come here and collect, or do we have to accept the quest and then collect? So I'm going to double tap it.
Dismiss. Shadows over the Forgotten Ruins. Shadows over the Forgotten Ruins. A strange darkening has been detected in the Forgotten. Dismiss. Dismiss.
No, it doesn't look like
Shadows over the Forgotten Ruins. A strange darkening has been detected in the
beams or
Forgotten Ruins.
anything.
Dismiss.
Okay.
In. Image. In.
Okay, well, that's good. So it looks like we're given all quests, which is a simplification, which is fine.
Store. Image. Store. In. Image. In. Store. Image.
Let's
Store. Dungeon.
go
Image.
to the
Store. Image. Store. Character navigation. Game. Heading.
All right, so the main character's game. He's a warrior. He's our tank. I'm going to go ahead and see if I have any upgrades I can buy. You can also refresh the store, which is good.
Back. Button. Game. Heading. Selected. Buy. Tab 1 of 2. Sell. Tab 2 of
Let's
2.
go to
Selected. Buy. Tab 1 of 2.
buy.
Selected. Buy. Tab 1 of 2.
I'm looking for more equipment.
Sell. Tab 2 of maximum item level. 1 refresh store. Game cannot use this item. Regular. Oakbound. Maximum item level. 1 refresh store. Game cannot use this item. Regular. Oakbound mace. 30 gold.
Oh, I can't use maces. It's probably for a paladin.
Regular. Sling. 20 gold.
I don't want a sling. That sounds a little weak.
Game cannot use this item. Magic. Apprentice's staff of warding. 160
Yeah, I
gold.
Can't use any magic as a warrior.
Game cannot use this item. Magic. Sling of precision. 80 gold.
That'd be kind of cool for some of my other classes.
Magic. Battle axe of trickery. 160 gold.
Oh, I can use this. Is this an improvement? I do have a magical weapon already.
Magic. Battle axe of trickery. 160 gold. Magic. Wooden shield of fortitude. 80 gold. Magic. Battle axe of trickery. 160 gold.
I might want to pick this up. Let's do
Tab,
some
button.
comparison.
Buy. 160 gold. Button. Magic. Battle axe of trickery. Two-handed weapon. ILV 1. Image. Battle axe of trickery. Two-handed weapon. ILV 1. Stats. Heading. Attack. Plus 5 right arrow equals stat unchanged. Stat. Attack. Plus 5 right arrow equals stat unchanged.
Okay, so that's the good thing about this game. It has a really strong comparison mechanism.
Attributes. Heading. Critical. Plus 1.00% right arrow equals stat unchanged.
Okay, so these are not going to change, so I already have something that's equivalent.
Thieving. Plus 2.00% right arrow plus 2.00% stat increase.
Oh, this can thieve. I don't know why axes can thieve. I really want to thieve things.
Requirements. Heading. Level 1. Warrior. Can use.
Also, I want to be able to steal things, so I am probably going to go ahead and get this axe because I'm looking for items.
Character navigation. Game. Heading. Warrior. Level 1. Requirements.
Okay,
Heading.
I'm going to go ahead and purchase this.
Thieving. Plus 2.00% critical. Plus 1. Attributes. Attack. Plus 5. Stats. Heading. Magic. Battle axe buy. 160 gold.
Let's
Button.
go ahead and buy it.
Confirm buy. Do you want to buy Battle axe of trickery?
Battle axe of trickery. I love it.
Cancel. Button. Buy. 106. Dismiss. Buy. 106.
I'm going to
Equip it now?
And then this is the beauty of this game. You can just go ahead and equip it.
No. Button. Yes. Button.
Yes, let's go ahead and equip that.
Magic. Wooden shield of fortitude. 80 gold.
All right, let's go see what else we can get for our warrior. We could use a better shield. Okay, it doesn't tell you if you can have a shield and 2 offhands, or if you have a big main hand, does that prevent you from using a shield? See, I don't know. These are some things that a little tooltip inserted here could help us a little bit. Just let us know if we have requirements that prevent us from holding a certain number of weapons in our hands. For instance, if we're having a shield in our left hand, does that prevent us from having a big axe in our right hand? Can we multi-carry weapons? Can we have a main hand and an offhand? I think it does tell you that. But does that mean can we also have a shield? Because some games allow you to have a buckler, so it's a third item in your hands. Technically the buckler being on your arms. See, I don't know for sure.
Game cannot use this item. Magic. Short bow of swiftness. 1. Magic. Wooden shield of fortitude. 80 gold.
I'm going to pick this up, see if I have something better.
Back. Button. Buy. 80 gold. Button. Magic. Wooden shield of fortitude. Offhand. ILV 1. Image. Wooden shield of fortitude. Offhand. ILV 1.
So it doesn't say I can't have it yet. So my axe is in my main hand, I'm assuming. Or else if I couldn't use this, I would hope that it would say you cannot carry a shield at this moment because your hands are full.
Stats. Heading. Attack. +0 right arrow -5 stat decrease.
Oh, looks like it would go down. So maybe it is telling me that if I put this on, I lose my axe.
Defense. +4 right arrow +4 stat increase.
But it does say my defense will go up.
Attributes. Heading.
See, I really can't tell if I put this on, am I going to lose my axe?
Defense. +4 right arrow +4 stat increase. Attributes. Heading. Critical. +0.00% right arrow -1.00% stat decrease.
I think it's going to take away my axe. I'm just going to use my D&D knowledge that the axe is two-handed. Now, I'd really like the developer will let us know a two-handed weapon will take up both our main hand and our offhand. Okay, so I'm not going to get this.
Attributes. Heading. Critical. +0. Thieving. +0.00 requirements. Heading. Level 1. Warrior. Can use. Shaman. Can use. Paladin. Character navigation. Game. Heading.
Oh, that's cool. Shaman. If I get a shaman, that'd be nice.
Paladin. Character previous character. Button. Next character. Button. Close. Button.
I'll close that.
Magic. Wooden shield of fortitude. 80 gold. Game cannot use this item. Magic.
All right,
Short
I'm
bow of
gonna
swiftness.
look for
160
some more
gold.
stuff.
Game cannot use this item. Regular. Ironclad plate. 30 gold.
Ooh. Don't I have plate on already?
Game cannot use this item. Magic. Regular. Ironclad plate. 30 gold.
Let me check.
Back.
I wouldn't
Button.
mind putting on some plate.
Buy. 30 gold. Button. Regular. Ironclad plate. Armor. ILV 1. Image. Ironclad plate. Armor. ILV 1. Stats. Heading. Defense. +2 right arrow equals stat unchanged.
Okay, so it's the same as what I'm wearing.
Resistance. +1 right arrow equals stat unchanged.
My resistance will remain the same.
Requirements. Heading. Level 1. Warrior. Can use. Paladin. Can use. Character navigation. Game.
Okay,
Heading.
so this is not anything.
Previous character. Next character. But close. Button.
What else we got?
Regular. Ironclad plate. Third game cannot use this item. Magic. Leather cap of intimidation. 80 gold.
Oh, that's going to be cool. I'm going to put that on my casters. That'd be cool.
Game cannot use this item. Regular. Game cannot use this item. Regular. Game cannot use this item. Regular. Magic. Heavy boots of precision. 80 gold.
Ooh, this could be good.
Regular. Wooden shield. 20 gold. Magic. Heavy boots of precision. 80 gold.
Let's see if I can put these
Back.
heavy
Button.
boots of precision on.
Buy. 80 gold. Button.
I still don't know all the equipment slots yet.
Back. Buy. 80 gold. Button. Magic. Heavy boots of precision. Foot. ILV 1. Image. Heavy boots of precision. Foot. Stats. Heading. Defense. +2 right arrow +2 stat increase.
Oh, that's going to increase my defense.
Attributes. Heading. Critical. +2.00% right arrow +2.00% stat increase.
Ooh, that's cool. So magic is automatically giving me a critical chance increase.
Requirements. Heading. Level 1. Warrior. Can use.
Okay, I'm going to buy this.
Paladin. Can use. Character navigation. Paladin. Warrior. Level. Requirement. Critical. Attributes. Defense. Stats. Head. Magic. Heavy. Buy. 80 gold. Button.
The purchasing items in this game is extremely streamlined. That's what I want to say. The developer's done an absolute fantastic job with making this process simple, easy, and I have to say, very fun.
Back. Buy. 80 gold. Button. Confirm buy. Do you want to buy heavy? Cancel. Button. Buy. 80. Button. Equip it now? No. Button. Yes. Button.
There we go.
Regular. Wooden shield. 20 gold.
What else do we have here?
Game cannot use this item. Magic. Chip ring of precision. 80 gold.
Ooh, chip ring of precision. I'm looking for a little bit of everything.
Game cannot use. Magic. Chip ring. Previous character. Button. Magic. Chip ring of precision. 80
Let's
gold.
get that chip ring
Back.
of precision. do we have one on? I'd really like to know if we could kind of see what we have on. That is one of the things we're kind of lacking the ability to know. It's a little hard to remember everything you have equipped, but if you wanted to, I guess you could make notes on like an iPad or something, and then just refer to your notes as you go shopping.
Buy 80 gold button. Magic chip ring of precision misc ILV1 image chip ring of precision misc ILV1. Stats heading. Defense +1 right arrow equals stat unchanged.
Okay, we must have a ring on already. So it'd be great if it told us you already have, these are the rings you currently have equipped.
Resistance +1 right arrow equals stat unchanged. Attributes heading. Critical +2.00% right arrow +2.00% stat increase.
Oh, well, we're going to put this on because this is automatically giving us an increase in crit.
Requirements heading. Level 1. Warrior can use.
Okay, I'm going to
Level require critical attribute resistance defense stats head magic chip buy 80 gold button.
We're just going to buy that
Confirm buy.
automatically.
Do you want to buy cancel button buy 80 button.
Yeah, I'm just
Equip it
going
now?
to equip it.
No button yes button.
Yeah, anytime
Character
you
navigation,
get
game,
improvements
heading.
is a good thing. All right, so what I do is I go through my first character, then I go through my next characters.
Back button game heading selected buy tab 1 of cell tab maximum game cannot use this item regular sling 20 gold game cannot use this item game cannot use this item magic sling of magic game cannot game regular game cannot use regular wooden shield game cannot use this item previous character next character button
Go to your next character.
next character
And you're going to start off on the buttons that moves you from character to character. And I just go ahead and swipe up with headings on.
Marissa heading
And now I'm at Marissa, Queen Angel. She is my priestess or my healer. So I'm running tank, healer, DPS setup. Now let's go ahead and find her some clothy equipment.
selected buy tab 1 of 2 cell tab 2 of 2 selected buy tab 1 cell maximum item level 1 refresh store regular oakbound mace 30 gold.
I don't think she can wear it. Oh, it looks like she can wear it. She can use a mace, but she has a staff on right now. So I'm wondering, should I go mace with shield? That'd give her a lot more defense.
Marissa cannot use this item regular oakbound mace 30 gold.
I like this oakbound mace. I really like that.
Maximum item left regular oakbound mace 30 gold.
Come on, I'm gonna put that on her. If it's better than what she's wearing.
Back button
What she's wielding, excuse me.
buy 30 gold button. Regular oakbound mace weapon ILV1 image oakbound mace weapon stats heading. Spell power +3 right arrow -2 stat decrease.
Oh, so she loses a little spell power.
Attributes heading. Critical +0.00% right arrow -1.00% stat decrease.
She also loses crit.
Requirements heading. Level 1. Mage can use. Priestess can use.
So mages and priestesses can wear maces, and this is where I tell you, break out your iPad or your other devices or your Brailler, and then what I do is I'd start making notes. I'd start writing notes, creating notes. Because then when you're just not playing and you're just relaxing, and you're sitting outside getting some fresh air, you can just review your notes. So one of the good things about role-playing games are there's no rush. You can just create notes and then you can go get some coffee, hang out with friends, and while they're just talking and you're listening, and when there's a downtime, you can just kind of look over your notes. And that's how I like playing games. I like to, once I've gotten the information I want out of the game, I shut the game down and go get some fresh air, touch grass, and then when I'm at that moment of the day where everything's just mellow, I can just sit there and look through my notes. All right, so I'm wondering if I should just keep that healing high. I haven't had a chance to heal anybody yet, but I'm just gonna go ahead and keep my magic damage high. But eventually I'd like to maybe go with a mace and a shield.
Shaman can use. Paladin can use. Warlock can use. Character navigation previous character but character warlock paladin shaman priestess mage level requirements critical plus attributes spell power plus stats head regular buy 30 gold back button.
I'm not gonna get a mace right
Regular
now.
oakbound mace 30 gold. Marissa cannot use this item.
I'm gonna
Regular
look for
sling
more
20 gold.
armor.
Magic apprentice's staff of warding 160 gold.
Now that sounds good.
Marissa cannot use magic apprentice's staff of warding. Marissa cannot use this item. Marissa cannot use this item. Magic magic apprentice's staff of warding 100
Let's see if this is
Back
something
button.
I already. I think I might have this already.
buy 160 gold button. Magic apprentice's staff of warding two-handed weapon ILV1 image apprentice's staff of warding
does say
two-handed weapon
two-handed.
ILV1.
So that's something I need to pay attention to. So I just caught that. So I do apologize if I misled anyone. There is something that says how many hands it's in. So let's pay attention to that. Now, it would still be useful if shields were something that had a little reminder in it that told people that you do want to put an offhand in. You can't if you have a two-hand on.
Stats. Heading. Spell power. +5 right arrow equals stat unchanged.
Okay, so we already have this.
Resistance. +2 right arrow +2 stat increase.
So what I think I need is something that says you already own this. Or this is already equipped on this character.
Attributes. Heading. Critical. +1.00% right arrow equals stat unchanged. Requirements. Heading. Level 1. Mage. Can use. Priestess. Can use.
Okay, so we already have this.
Requirements. Heading. Critical. +1. Requirement. Level 1. Requirement. Attributes. Stats. Heading. Heading not found. Spell power. Plus resistance. Stats. Magic. Apprentice. Buy. 100 back. Button.
Okay, we don't.
Magic. Apprentice. Marissa cannot use this item. Marissa cannot use this item. Magic. Sling of precision. 80 gold. Marissa cannot use this item. Magic. Marissa cannot use this item. Magic. Marissa cannot use this item. Marissa cannot use this item. Regular. Ironclad plate. 30 gold.
There isn't a lot she can use in this particular refresh.
Marissa cannot use this item. Marissa cannot use this item. Regular. Oakbound mace. 30 gold.
Yeah.
Regular. Linen robes. 30 gold.
That mace is so tempting.
Marissa cannot use this item. Regular. Linen robes. 30 gold.
I think we already have linen robes on.
Marissa cannot use this item. Regular. Magic. Flame cards of elusiveness. 80 gold.
I think these can be used. I don't know what they're for, but I think you can just launch them at enemies.
Previous character. Button. Magic. Flame cards of elusiveness. 80 gold.
I don't know what it does. Let me take a peek at it real
Back.
quick.
Button. Buy. 80 gold. Button. Magic. Flame cards of elusiveness. Offhand. ILV 1. Image.
Oh,
Flame
it's
cards
an
of elusiveness.
offhand.
Offhand. ILV 1.
We don't want this unless we were just maybe... I mean, can coffees dual wield? That'd be interesting to know.
Explore image. Activate. Default. Stats. Heading. Magic. Buy. 80 gold. Button. Back. Button. Back. Button.
Alright.
Magic. Flame cards of elusiveness. 80 gold. Previous character. Button.
Alright, so there's all I've done for Marissa. Let's go ahead and move to our last character.
Next character. Button. Next character. Heading not found. Ruby. Heading.
Okay, Ruby is our warlock.
Selected. Buy. Tab 1 of 2. Sell. Tab 2 of
Let's
2.
see if we can see if there's anything she can get.
Maximum item level. 1 refresh store. Regular. Oakbound mace. 30 gold.
I really thinking about getting Ruby maybe a mace and shield. That would be kind of freaking cool.
Ruby cannot use this item. Regular. Regular. Oakbound mace. 30 gold.
I think I might put Ruby in this stuff. She'd lose some attack power. She'd lose some magic, but...
Ruby cannot use this item. Magic. Apprentice's staff of warding. 160 gold.
I'm going to see if she's got a good staff. We'll just keep the
Back
staff
button.
on for now. It's got the most magic.
Buy. 106 magic. Apprentice's staff of warding. Two-handed weapon. ILV 1. Image. Apprentice's staff of warding. Two-handed weapon. ILV 1. Stats. Heading. Spell power. +5 right arrow +2 stat increase.
Okay, this is going to give us a stat increase, so we're definitely going to buy this.
Resistance. +2 right arrow +2 stat increase.
And resistance will be improved.
Attributes. Heading. Critical. +1.00% right arrow equals stat unchanged.
Okay, so this matches our crit.
Requirements. Heading. Level 1. Mage. Can use. Priestess. Can use. Shaman. Can use. Warlock. Can use.
Alright, so we always want to check and make sure our class can use it, or our, I think they call it guild. So that's good. So we're good.
Shaman. Priestess. Mage.
Let's
Level.
buy it.
Requirement. Critical. Attribute. Resistance. Spell power. Stats. Magic. Buy. 1. Back. But buy. 106.
Gonna buy that.
Confirm buy. Do you want to buy? Cancel. But buy. 106.
Again, I
Equip it
really
now?
like that confirmation. I really like that it helps you equip it. Those are all extremely positive things.
No. Button. Yes. Button.
And everything's
Ruby cannot use this
crispy.
item. Magic. Short bow of insight. 160 gold.
I do want to get myself an archer and maybe a rogue. So I think the next two persons I'm going to add to my class is a rogue, and I'm going to add an archer. I think that'd be really great.
Ruby cannot use this item. Ruby cannot use this. Ruby cannot use this item. Ruby cannot use this. Ruby cannot use this. Ruby cannot use this. Ruby cannot use this item. Regular. Oakbound mace. 30. Regular. Linen robes. 30 gold. Ruby cannot use this item. Regular. Wooden shield. 20 gold. Magic. Flame cards of elusiveness. 80. Previous character. Magic. Ruby cannot use this item. Regular. Linen robes. 30 gold.
Do we have linen robe? Let's see if we have linen
Back
robes
button.
on.
Gold. Button. Regular. Linen robes. Armor. ILV. Stats. Heading. Defense. +1 right arrow equals stat unchanged. Resistance. +2 right arrow equals stat unchanged.
We do have them on. See, again, I don't know, but usually when I don't hear the stat go up, we probably have it on. Again, a little deeper, a comparison tool here would be useful. Just tell me if I'm already wearing it, or say you are already wearing this item, period. You are already wearing this shield. You're already wearing this armor. It does tell you though if your stats are changed, so that's really nice.
Defense, stats, regular, buy, 30 pack, button, buy, pack, button, back.
I
Regular,
really
linen
like.
robes, 30 gold.
I really like that it doesn't just walk you right out of the menu onto your main screen. So many games make that mistake that when you're swiping, you swipe right out of wherever you are. Whatever info box you're in, you swipe right out. That's incredibly annoying, you know, especially as a visually impaired person. I like things compartmentalized as much as possible. It makes it easy for me to know where I am at all times. That way later when I'm faster, I can just swipe. You know, swiper, stop swiping.
Regular, oakbound maze,
Of course,
30
I go
gold.
back to my son's days watching cartoons.
Ruby cannot use this item.
All right,
Regular,
so now
leather
we
boots,
got.
20 gold.
Let's. So what you want to do is after you've gone through the first chance to look through the store, you can do something called refresh. I'm gonna see if I can pull that off because there might be something new for me to grab.
Ruby cannot use this. Ruby cannot use this. Ruby cannot use this item. Ruby cannot use this item. Ruby cannot use Ruby. Heading. Back. Button. Character navigation. Ruby. Heading. Character navigation. Back. Button. Ruby. Heading. Selected. Buy. Tab 1 of 2. Sell. Tab 2 of 2. Maximum item level. 1 refresh store.
I'm gonna hit that.
Back. Button.
I think that refreshed it again. That refresh button could use a little clarification.
Maximum item level. 1. Refresh store. Button. Dismiss. Dismiss.
Okay, there it is. So that one needs a little help. Just make it clear what menu we're going into. There's a little overlap on that refresh button. So sometimes I don't know if I'm going into the refresh menu, but once I'm in there, I'm fine.
Refresh store. Button.
And then the buttons are nice and crispy and crunchy, so very much God bless.
Maximum refresh store. Button.
Let's refresh.
Maximum item level. 1 refresh store.
All right.
Sell. Tab 2 of 2.
Let's.
Maximum Ruby cannot use this item. Regular. Flame cards. 20 gold. Ruby cannot use this item. Magic. Leather boots of might. 80 gold.
Cool.
Ruby cannot use this item. Magic. Ironclad plate of insight. 100 gold.
All right, looks like we got some new stuff. Okay, let's check out. Let's get those boots.
Ruby cannot use this item. Magic. Leather boots of might. 80 gold. Regular. Flame cards. 20. Ruby cannot use this item. Regular. Leather boots. 20 gold. Maximum item level. 1 refresh store.
The clothies cannot wear leather.
Ruby cannot use this item. Regular. Leather boots. 20 gold. Regular. Flame cards. 20 gold. Ruby cannot use this item. Magic. Leather boots of might. 80. Ruby cannot use this item. Magic. Ironclad plate of insight. Ruby cannot use this item. Regular. Leather cap. 20 gold. Ruby cannot use this item. Magic. Ironclad plate of elusiveness. 100. Regular. Flame cards. 20 gold. Ruby cannot use this item. Regular. Heavy boots. 20 gold. Magic. Cloth shoes of insight. 80 gold.
Ooh, that's
Regular.
good.
Linen robes. 30 gold. Magic. Cloth shoes of insight. 80
Let's
gold.
see if this
Back,
is an
button.
improvement. Cloth shoes of insight.
Buy. 80 gold. Button. Magic. Cloth shoes of insight. Foot. Aisle 1. Image. Cloth shoes of insight. Foot. Aisle V1. Heading. Resistance. +1 right arrow equals stat unchanged.
Oh wait, looks like we already have these on.
Speed. +1 right arrow equals stat unchanged.
We already have a +1. We already have an increase in speed.
Attributes. Heading. Perception. +2.00% right arrow +2.00% stat increase.
Oh, but this one offers perception increase. That's a good stat.
Threat. +0.00% right arrow -2.00% stat decrease.
So one of the things you have to be aware of in this game is the gear that your character wears can bring up threat. I'm assuming that's a more advanced kind of thing because I've never played a game except for the old-fashioned MMOs that you play on your computer. That threat was an issue. I think that's really great. I love the developers giving us something completely fresh for the mobile market. So threat is an issue, which means you could get yourself hit by the boss. So that's really awesome. That's new. Never experienced that on the mobile platform.
Requirements. Heading. Threat. +0.00. Perception. +2.00% right arrow +2.00% stat increase.
I'm going to go ahead and buy these. These sound really good, and I might want to put these on both my priest and my warlock.
Threat. +0.00. Requirements. Heading. Level 1. Mage. Can use. Priestess. Can use. Warlock. Can use.
Okay.
Priestess.
I'll
Mage.
use
Level.
it.
Requirement. Threat. Perception. Attribute. Speed. +1. Resistance. Plus stats. Magic. Buy. 80 gold. Button.
Let's go ahead and buy that. We have
Confirm
plenty
buy.
of money.
Do you want to buy? Cancel. Button. Buy. 80. Button.
Go ahead and click that.
Equip it now? No. But yes. Button.
Go ahead and equip it. Yes.
Regular. Linen robes. 30 gold.
All right. That's one good thing, and of course I'll go to back up to my priestess and buy the same thing.
Ruby cannot use this item. 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 Magic. Oakbound Mace of Fortitude. 100 gold.
Ooh, this is really cool. Oakbound mace. These maces are getting good. If I can get myself a good mace and good shield, That might be better than what I'm using for a staff.
Ruby cannot magic. Oathbound Mace of Fortitude. 100 gold.
I'm gonna get this. Let's see.
Back. Button. Buy. 100 gold. Button. Magic. Oathbound Mace of Fortitude. Weapon. ILV 1. Image. Oathbound Mace of Fortitude. Weapon. ILV 1.
Yeah, I like this.
Stats. Heading. Defense. +2 right arrow +2 stat increase.
Gives you more defense, which is really good.
Spell power. +3 right arrow -2 stat decrease.
But we lose spell power, but we get defense.
Resistance. +0 right arrow -2 stat decrease.
And we lose resistance.
Attributes. Heading. Critical. +0.00% right arrow -1.00% stat decrease.
And we lose crit.
Requirements. Heading. Level 1.
I don't want to lose all that stuff.
Require
so
critical. Resistance. Spell power. Defense. Stats. Magic. Buy. 1 pack. Button.
I don't want to lose all those
Magic.
things.
Oathbound Mace of Fortitude. 100. Ruby cannot use this item. Regular. Cloth hood. 20 gold.
Oh wait, this is new.
Magic. Cloth shoes of sorcery. 80. Regular. Cloth.
Oh.
Magic. Cloth shoes of sorcery. 80 gold.
Ooh. Sorcery shoes?
Regular. Cloth hood. 20 gold.
Well, I should have maybe got... again, I think the best bet is check the whole menu before you start buying.
Ruby cannot. Regular. Cloth hood. 20
Let's
gold.
see if we can put on a cloth
Back.
hood.
Button. Buy. 20 gold. Button. Regular. Cloth hood. Head. ILV 1. Image. Cloth hood. Stats. Heading. Resistance. +2 right arrow +2 stat increase.
Okay, this is going to give us just resistance.
Requirements. Heading. Level 1. Mage. Can use. Priestess. Can use.
Okay.
Warlock. Can use. Priestess. Mage. Level. Require. Resistant. Stats. Regular. Buy. 20 gold.
I'm
Button.
just going to go ahead and buy it. It's very
Confirm buy.
inexpensive.
Do you want to buy? Cancel. Button. Buy. 20. Button.
Very
Equip it now?
inexpensive.
No. Button. Yes. Button.
Okay, now we have
Magic. Cloth shoes of sorcery. 80 gold. Previous character. Next character. Button.
Alright, so now we're done. Let's go to the previous character.
Previous character. Button. Previous character.
This is going to be Marissa. Now let's go ahead and get her some of those fancy shoes.
Marissa. Heading. Selected. Sell. Tap maximum item. Marissa cannot use regular. Marissa cannot use this. Regular. Flame cards. 20 gold. Marissa cannot use this item. Magic. Marissa cannot use this item. Magic. Marissa cannot use this item. Regular. Marissa cannot use this item. Magic. Regular. Flame cards. 20 gold. Marissa cannot use this item. Regular. Heavy boots. Regular. Linen robes. 30 gold. Marissa cannot use this item. Marissa cannot use this item. Magic. Marissa cannot use this item. Regular. Battle axe. 60. Marissa cannot use this item. Magic. Knife of precision. 100 gold.
Well, this is a new one.
Magic. Oathbound Mace of Fortitude. 100 gold. Marissa cannot use this item. Magic. Sling of Sorcery. 80 gold. Magic. Cloth Shoes of Sorcery. 80 gold.
Let's get the sorcery shoes.
Back. Button.
These could be nice.
Buy. 80 gold. Button. Magic. Cloth Shoes of Sorcery. Foot. ILV 1. Image. Cloth Shoes of Sorcery. Stats. Heading. Spell power. +2 right arrow +2 stat increase.
So that increases our spell power.
Resistance. +1 right arrow equals stat unchanged.
Doesn't increase our resistance.
Speed. +1 right arrow equals stat unchanged.
Our speed does not increase.
Requirements. Heading. Level 1. Mage. Can use. Priestess. Can use.
That's all I need to hear.
Mage. Level 1.
Go ahead and pick
Requirement.
it up.
Speed. Resistant. Spell power. Stats. Magic. Clock. Buy. 80 gold. Button. Confirm buy. Do you want to buy? Cancel. Button. Buy. 80. Button. Equip it now? No. Button. Yes. Button. Character navigation. Marissa. Heading.
Really, really easy to buy things for your characters. That is the biggest thing that makes this game really fun and enjoyable. I really hate an overly complex system to buy stuff. I hate guessing. It wastes my money. It annoys me. It makes me want to quit. I really like that this game makes it so easy for me to purchase the things I need. Alright, so now that I got all that done, we're going to go ahead and exit.
Heading not found. Back. Button. Store. Image. Store. In. Image. In. Store. Dungeon. Image. Buy premium. Gems and gold. Dungeon. Store. Image. In. Image. In. Guilds. Image. See bestiary. Image. Bestiary.
I don't know if we leveled up to do anything. Let's check the guild.
Guilds. Image. C slash.
Double check.
Character navigation. Marissa. Heading. Back. Button. Marissa. Heading. Priestess. Heading. Skill. Level 1 unlocked. Lesser heal. Image.
We already got that.
Skill. Level 6 Divine Fury. Image.
We need to get to level 6 to unlock this.
Skill. Level 6 Fortitude. Image. Skill. Level 6 Divine Fury. Image.
Yeah, we can't get that yet.
Skill. Level 6 Fortitude. Image. Skill. Level 12 Purge. Image.
We get 2 skills, it seems, at major levels. So that's something we'll have to keep in mind.
Skill. Skill. Left Priestess. Heading. Marissa. Heading.
There is a very robust tutorial built into this game. Developers done a magnificent job with that. I really approve of tutorials. They're very important. Again, if it can teach you how to do something that seems to be very weird, that's really great to have. And another good thing is Getting out of dungeons is really easy with this game. There are so many games that you can't get out of the dungeon. It's just not accessible. And this game makes that accessible and easy to do.
Back button. Character navigation. Marissa. Back button.
Let's go back. I don't think we have any skills to learn. When
Skills,
we get to
image,
level
C
6,
slash,
we'll
skills.
be learning skills.
Bestiary. Image. Bang. Image. Bang. Daily chest. Image. Daily chest.
Should we go put items we're not using into the bank? I don't know.
Morgue. Image. Morgue. Daily chest. Image. Daily chest. Bang. Image. Bang.
I don't know.
Daily chest. Morgue. Image. Morgue. Locked. Blacksmith. Image. Save and exit. Image. Add character. Button. Remove Marissa from the delete Marissa. Button. Game. Image. 100%. 100%. Marissa selected. Image. 100%. 100%.
All right, I think we're going to go to the dungeon and just get some exploring.
100
in.
Marissa. 100. 100 game. Delete Marissa.
Again,
Button.
I told you I was going to talk a little bit about how we can improve the directional pad in the dungeon. The dungeon still needs a little bit of polish. It's still a little clunky. It's got a lot of jank in it. It could use a little bit more help with the grid map. Just make those squares more solid. Let's keep the information. And if we could, if the developer's listening, you could make it so that my character makes noise when it moves from one square to another. Increase the haptic feedback when we bump against walls so we know where we are moving. We can do this all with sound. Speaking hints, I do believe, are on, but right now it's a little washed out. So we need a little bit more solidifying of the speaking hints.
Game. Image. Actions available. 100%.
All right, let's go
Game.
to
Delete
the
Marissa.
dungeon.
Remove Marissa from the add character. Button.
Okay, sorry about that. We're going to play a little bit longer. I want to get into the dungeon a little bit.
Save and exit. Locked. Blacksmith. Morgue. Daily chest. Bang. Image. Bang. Daily
More.
chest. Image. Morgue. Image.
I'll
Morgue.
check that later.
Daily chat. Bang. Bestiary. Image. Bestiary.
Now, as I remember the previous Endor, you could pay to resurrect your characters, which I approve of. That's great.
Guilds. Image. In. Image. Store. Image. Dungeon. Image. Dungeon.
Let's go to the dungeon. And again, the dungeon is where there's a little frustration because it's a little hard to use. But there's nothing that we can't fix, folks, together if we work together, right?
Buy premium. Dungeon. Image. Dungeon.
Let's go to the dungeon.
Back. Button.
I know we spent most of our time in the stores and things, but again, consider it a tutorial.
Select dungeon. Heading. Ruins of the Forgotten. 0/5. Dungeon level 1. 0%. Select dungeon. Heading. Ruins of the Forgotten. Abandoned mine. 0/2. Dungeon level 2 locked. 0%. Ruins of the Forgotten. 0/5. Dungeon level 1. 0%.
Looks like we are still going to be on the first dungeon.
Select Ruins of the Forgotten. 0/5. Dungeon level 1. 0%.
A little bit of a button here would be great, and so we can confirm, that'd be great.
Back. Button. Ruins of the Forgotten. 0/5. Heading. 1,635 gold. Dimmed. Button.
We have tons of money too. I really hope we can keep that money level up.
190 gems. Dimmed. Button. Coordinates. Coordinates. 7, 9. Heading.
Now, coordinates are very confusing. I do believe numbering the rooms would be much easier, so we know we're moving from one room to another. Now, Randall Higgins did a really magnificent job with this in Core Quest. You know where you're moving. The grid is really easy to understand. The speaking hints are really crispy. I gotta say, Kieran Hartnett has done a magnificent job with Eldermyth, making it so that you even hear what terrain you're walking on. Those are absolutely bonkers good things. And for if you're doing anything like this, which is really just a love letter to the visually impaired, if we can put more sound into the speaking hints, that'd be great. Also, if you're not sure if speaking hints is turned on your phone, swing over. Queen Angel has done a magnificent tutorial, and she's also done a new tutorial. She's going to be talking about how to change the pronunciation of certain words. These are just situations where you may not like how something's being said with voiceover. So she's done a really quick little 1-minute tutorial on how you can make those changes. You'll find that in my Core Quests, how to play Core Quests playlist. All right, now a little quick wraparound from me. I'll just tell you, hey, here's Marissa. Learn how to use this functionality in your voiceover. But yeah, I gotta thank Queen Angel for all her help with some of the advanced techniques she helps teach people. Again, she's been helping me with a lot of these little tutorial and voiceover kind of things when it comes to games. I really appreciate her for that. All right, so let's practice a little bit. Now you can use your headings to move back and forth within the dungeon. So I'm gonna use my headings, and here we go.
Gamut section. Heading.
Now this is the gamepad section. If you swipe up,
Coordinates. Coordinates. 7, 9. Heading.
you go up to your coordinates. And I'm still not sure what that means, other than the fact that that might be where you're located.
Gamut section. Heading.
The gamepad section is obviously where you're going to move the game. You're going to swipe in a direction, and once you hear which direction you're moving, you're going to double tap.
Launch button. Heading.
Then there's a launch button. I have no idea what that means.
Heading not found. Unknown. Coordinates. 7, 10. Launch button. Heading. Cast. Button.
There's cast.
Game. Image. Cast. Button.
I don't know what launch and cast mean. I don't know what that's for. Those are going to be things that might be how your characters heal each other. Again, the dungeon needs a little bit more information.
Game. Image. 100%. 100%.
I did learn the first 100% is your health. The second one, I'm not sure. Because warriors don't typically use mana, so I think the second one is energy. So maybe energy has replaced mana. Again, we'll learn as we use some of our consumables.
Launch button. Heading. Gamut section. Heading. Launch button. Heading. Cast. But launch button. Heading. Unknown. Coordinates. 7, 10. Right brace.
Okay, so again, these braces and things, little tricky, don't understand them quite.
Your position.
This is what I like about the D-pad. I'm going to go ahead and swipe up with headings.
Gamut section. Heading.
Now the gamepad section, we're going to go through the whole thing, and I'm going to talk a little bit about what buttons make sense to me and what buttons don't make sense to me.
What's around? Button.
This is a great button. Give the developers super AAA applause. This tells you what's around you. So all I have to do is double tap and watch it tell me where I am.
Gamut. What's around? Button.
Here we go. I'm going to double tap.
What's around? Wall to the north. Wall to the east. Unknown to the south. Unknown to the west.
That's one of the best buttons I've ever heard of before. I really want to see this added to a couple of the other games I play. I'd love to see this added to Core Quest. Not that I really need it, because Core Quest has got a really super duper punchy grid. You know where you are at all times. You just can feel yourself moving around. Again, this grid map needs a lot of help. It needs very wishy-washy. It needs a lot more solidifying of its map. But let's go ahead and swipe to the right again.
Wall to the north.
So it doesn't. It could use just one word. Wall to the north, above your character, above your. Just tell me, is that what's above my character, or am I moving through the grid?
Unknown to the west.
And then that's unknown to the west.
Unknown to the south.
I think if you double tap when you hear those buttons, your character will move that way. And then I have a really easy way to do the battles. I'm going to show you real quick.
Wall to the east. Unknown. Coordinates. 4, 10. Right brace.
See, that part, I don't know why it's stating coordinates. That's going to take me a little bit of, practice. So if you have some tutorial hints, some pro tips, go ahead and leave those in the comments. Blow it up, please. All right, let's go ahead and go to the unknown sections. That is really awesome because the developer's letting you know you haven't walked in that area. That's awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the unknown section.
Wall to the east. Unknown to the south.
I'm going to double tap.
It's Marisa's turn. Back. Button.
All right, so it says whose turn it is. That's new because I've never played one of these games with a party, which is advanced. I really appreciate that. Okay, so your characters get turns, and I think what happens is that I don't really know how it determines whose turn it is. So we'll have to figure that one out. So now it's Marissa's turn. And again, you see how it's pronouncing Marissa's name? We could actually use the new tutorial that Marissa's done to show you how to make VoiceOver pronounce the game. That's not how you pronounce Marissa's name. So VoiceOver pronounce it Marisa. It's not how it's pronounced. Let's say you want to pronounce it a certain way. That's what Marissa's new tutorial is going to teach you how you can make words and phrases, how you can change those to be pronounced correctly. All right, so let's, what I'm going to go ahead and do is see where I moved.
Battle. Heading.
Okay, we have a battle. All right, it would be great if an announcement of a battle would be a little bit more information, like tell us you have been attacked, you are being attacked, or you are attacking. Right now, it's quiet, it's silent. You have to just go up to the top of the screen. I'm going to four-finger tap top.
Back button.
And that's going to bring you to the top.
Battle. Heading.
And then right after back, the back button, you're going to get
back. Battle. Heading.
the battle button. And go ahead and swipe to your right. You hear that there's an empty space here. We could get rid of that to be great.
Enemies. Heading.
And now you get a list of enemies.
Goblin. 100%. Image.
So there's a goblin, and that's really clean and crispy.
Actions. Selected skill. Arcane strike. Heading. Image. Tap A.
Now, there's a lot of stuff that just kind of gets just like rumbled through.
Attack. Selected. Button.
The good thing is you have something that says select that tells you it's selected. And what I do is, once I have my attack selected, I have to see what attack is going to do.
Consumable. Button. Defend. Button. Button. Attack. Actions. Selected skill. Arcane strike. Heading. Image.
And
Tap A.
that's your selected skill. I don't know how to change it. What I think is it's not going to have anything you can change to until you have multiple skills that are selectable. So if you don't have a possibility of changing skills, it just stays the same. Again, this is Retro Rogue, so if you gain technology, go ahead and leave us a comment. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to attack. Once attack is selected, go up to the monster.
Goblin. Enemies. Goblin. 100%. Image.
And it's at an image. Ignore that, and then you just double tap.
Goblin. 5. 98%. Image.
And then it hits it. Now, we could use some sound there, like the power from our magic. But again, it's hitting it because its life has gone down. I'm going to do it again.
Goblin. 3. 77%. Image.
See, I hit it for 3, and now its life has dropped down to 77. There's a little bit of a slowdown on the refresh of its health.
Goblin. 4. 64%. Image.
I'm going to hit it again.
Goblin. 5. 46%. Image.
I don't know why my character could just endlessly attack. I guess when it's your turn, you just can go for it.
Goblin. 4. 25%. Image.
And once I get done, there's going to be a really confusing loot menu. I'm going to talk about some ways about how we can improve that.
You have won.
And that's good. It says you have won, so at least you are given the correct information to know you've completed the battle. Again, any music or sound effects would be really appreciated.
50 experience.
There's your experience, which is really good.
16 gold.
And there's your gold.
Claim button.
And you got a nice crispy claim button.
Claim button.
Let's hit that.
Wall to the south.
And that's it. You're done with the fight. So I'm going to stop right here because we're going to be playing this game on Fridays until we kind of get through all the tutorial parts of it. This has been Endor Awakens. It's really a good game. As you can hear, it's got a bit of a long way to go when it comes to getting some of the more confusing aspects of it kind of streamlined. But where it's really succeeding is the simplicity, the clarity, the crunchiness, and the tutorial. And that everything is separated line by line is really making this one of my favorite games. And that it is a real RPG, not just one character, there's multiple characters. And it seems like I could probably have a huge party traveling to the dungeon. I like that there are so many dungeons ahead for me to explore. And I really want to thank the developer. This is really going to be very, very fun. But that's going to wrap it up for us today, folks. Thank you for sticking with me. I appreciate you. Go ahead and like the video, blow up the comments, and of course, we're having a subscribe-a-thon. We're trying to get as many subscribers as possible, so feel free to subscribe, join the party, have a good time. But for now, that's it for me. Take care.